Hey guys, it's me once again. You know how I do. I'm here, but then I'm not, and then I'm gone, and you don't hear from me no more. But I had wrote this over a year ago, and something I watched and experienced yesterday, last night, matter of fact, this morning, um, reminded me of it, and I'm supposed to share it. I'm supposed to binge share it, and sometimes I don't get around doing that. And I feel like if you have the knowledge, you're supposed to spread it, right? Yeah, excuse my puffy eyes. I just woke up, and you know how it is when you wake up in the morning, meds, sitting here holding it. It's like my brain storms the most when I'm sleeping. So this is what I came up with, right? It's called Life Divine Alchemy. Basically, life alchemy, right? See, the body is made up of chemicals. I wrote it down. See, body is made up of chemicals. Brain produces chemicals. Mind tells brain what chemicals to make. Feelings, which come from senses and your mental, whatever's going on around that time, are how the mind and brain and body communicate. I'm going to break it down in a minute. This is how I wrote it down. Levels of chemicals decide the urgency of the need for the corresponding element. Example. Let me read that. Levels of chemicals decide the urgency of the need for the corresponding element. Example. A larger mass would give off a larger vibration. Thus, the signal for its counterpart would go out quicker and further. Like boom, hey, I'm here, come. Everything, it will respond, We create compounds and attract equals. Levels are decided by the technicalities of the feelings. How to make what you want. Think about what you want. Add catalyst. Believe that you will get it. Every time it pops up in your mind, you add more catalyst. This is how it works. When you think about what you want, your brain produces the chemical. When you believe it will come to you, which it will, a lot of times you just think about what you want, keep thinking about it, and also belief adds haste. The brain releases it and expels it into the atmosphere, aka pheromones. Adding more catalyst is the building of the solid structure to the compound of what you want. Okay? I'm going to break it down. If it sounds complicated to some of you, I'm coming. When the thought of it pops up to you, that's the attracting chemical presenting itself to make more compound. The amount of chemical you produce decides how large of a piece of your structure you're adding or making. And I did a little, like how in chemistry, chemical compounds. So let's say you want ultimate joy, right? Ultimate joy's atomic mass is 15, right? Well, let's say love is 10 and peace is 5. Turmoil is 11 and hate is 1. Well, you need to add love and peace in order to get your ultimate joy. Now, everybody's periodic table is different. You might need turmoil plus some hate, you know what I mean? Plus something else of a different chemical compound in order to make your ultimate joy. You might not know what the name of your needed chemical. You really don't have to. The only need for it is to feel the feeling of having the thing you want with you, and your brain produces the necessary chemical to attract it. Thoughts are the pilot, and the brain is the vessel. The surrounding factors are where the vessel has taken us. Now, for people, okay, so let me break it down first. Basically, what I'm saying is that your brain created you. Your brain produced you. Your brain constantly produces chemicals. And whatever is going on inside of you, your brain produced it. Because even though we're solid, you know, we're just mass. You know, all liquids can be turned into solids, and all solids can be turned into liquids. It's just due to temperature and whatnot, just like how if we go close to the sun, we'll melt up. You know what I mean? So due to temperature, this is why we've become a solid, you know. But the chemicals are produced by our thoughts and our feelings. You know, we tell the brain, oh, my stomach hurts. The brain automatically releases something in you to try to get your stomach to not hurt so much. Now, if you're like, my stomach hurts and it's going to hurt forever and it's not going to stop and it's going to hurt me and it's always going to hurt me, that's what's going to happen. But if you try to stop your stomach from hurting, maybe somebody will come along and say, hey, here's some Tums, or you might say it to somebody that will help you. See, now you have to believe that you're going to find your solution, or else you're not. If you continuously believe that it's going to be like that and it's going to stay like that, then it will, right? So, with you producing your thoughts, your reactions, you know, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. So, you want a car. You say it. Oh, I want a car, but I don't think I can get it. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be hard to do that. Then your brain is going to say, oh, this is her environment. And yeah, you're going to get the car, but you're going to go through hell for it. Now, if you say, oh, I want a car and I can get a car just like that, la, 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 that's what's going to happen, because your brain is going to produce it. Now, we give off we give off scents, and we expel chemicals into the air. That's how you know. That's why they call it vibrations. You know, that's how you know when somebody's feeling a certain way, and how you know when somebody's you know, whatever, you know, it's vibes. That's how telepathy works as well, you know, through you being sensitive and you know, acute to the surrounding chemicals. You know what they're saying and you know what they're doing and blah blah blah. And I mean, that takes a lot of that takes awareness and concentration for some people. I mean, maybe some people have it just like that. I feel like children are born telepathic, but I'm starting to ramble. Now, let's say you're a person that has been through some shit in your life. See, we are predispositioned because of the world. Now, you got to take into the flaws of mankind currently, the bullshit that they're going through and the bullshit that they're carrying on with. But a lot of us are predispositioned to feel a certain way about certain things and respond certain ways to certain things, you know. So it takes for you to undo that has been done, you know. It takes for you to undo the mental breakdown that has been done to you in your past. I mean, it's hard for some people. Some people never had it. Some people always had a great life. You know what I mean? So they're easier. It's quicker for them to attract what they want. But for those of us who have, let's say, experienced something traumatizing, and it ain't nothing like trauma to change your mind about things. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like hard, tough things that you've gone through to make you rigid, you know. But this is the society we live in, and this is how it's messing up everybody around it, you know, everybody in it, you know. People don't know how to get out of that mental block, because it takes a huge amount of faith. It takes a huge amount of determination for some of us, you know, and those of us who've been through it the hardest find it more difficult to achieve the things that we want to achieve, especially like this. Because if you got low self-esteem and you don't think you can do it, you know, your brain, you've been through so much to where your brain is conditioned in that way. So no matter what you say, no matter what you feel, well, the tree is green. The leaves on the tree are green. You know, that's what your brain is saying to you. Now, you have to reprogram your brain, and that is reprogramming your thinking to where every time you feel like as if you can't, you rewire and say, I can. And even if you don't believe it, you have to keep saying you can. You have to believe you can, then you will. Right? Now, I was watching this video, and this girl named Teal something, and she helped me a lot through some stuff. I went through some craziness this past year, and she was saying, like, F the law of attraction. And what's happening is that those of us who can't get past this, we are creating an alternate universe, an alternate dimension by saying, nah, this ain't working for me, but I can do it. But this isn't going to work. This doesn't make any sense. It's not fitting in my life. You know, being the creators that we are, you know, but I mean, the block I see, the big hurdle in order to create an alternate universe, an alternate reality, an alternate dimension is, it's not going to fit into this physical, this solid dimension we got now, you know. So you're going to have to find yourself in your own little world, you know. And that's sometimes hard when you're dealing with others, you know, and you're dealing with family and friends and co-workers and stuff like that. It's like you probably have to be a loner in order for it to fit, because you're not going to be able to have conversations with these people about anything. You're not going to be able to relate to these people about anything. And I've been there. I done created my own dimension. I created my own space and time separate from this one. But when I'm there, I am not here, you know, and it hinders whatever's going on. So the only way that would work is if I'm by myself, you know. If I was, you know, now what I would do is I'd take a retreat. I'd have to leave from everyone and find a way to connect my alternate universe to the universe I was born in. You know, my alternate reality to the reality that I was born with. And that would take me going to my alternate reality and staying in there and finding out how to get it there, because it's here, but here is not there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it would take time and effort, like much more time and effort than to just say, okay, well, you know, I don't want this. This is not making sense. I mean, why not combine the two? Because, I mean, this reality is here for a purpose. It's here for a reason. And if we just separate ourselves from it completely, you know, we won't be able to contribute to what's going on. And we won't be able to change it, because quite frankly, it needs changing. People are so terrible, you know? So, and I'm not saying everybody, you know, but the general mass, I don't know what they on right now, you know? And if we continue to distance ourselves and act like, oh, well, you know, we're not of that, they're going to continue thinking we're the weirdos that they've always thought we were, you know what I'm saying? You know, being that extraterrestrial, you know, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna feel like an alien, and if you're okay with that, then all the more power to you. But if you want to combine the two, you gotta find a way, and this life alchemy is how it works here and now. You know, this is what's going on with people, and this is how I see it go down. You know, so remember, your brain is constantly producing chemicals, and we and everything around us is a chemical compound. Whether it's a solid, a liquid, or a gas, it's all mass. So, with it all being mass, you attract whichever mass. You know, you remember in chemistry, you know what I'm saying? You know, hydrogen and oxygen. In order for hydrogen to be able to chill with oxygen, it has to double up. You know, so whatever it is that you need in order to reconstruct your mental process, you have to do it, and you have to believe, because you know you might not get how to do it, but your brain got that on lock. And that's why the Most High, that's why drawing close to your Creator is important, because He has a way of always making you smile and making you see the brighter side of things, and making you realize the extent of what's going on. You know, so get in contact with your Creator, because I mean, He's the master planner. You know, so when you feel like you can't do it, just, hey, you know, that's what He's here for. He wants to help. So even if you don't contact Him every day, and you only contact Him when things are bad, the faith in itself that He can help you through this, He's gonna do it. You know, it's what you need, and what is required for you in your life. You know, so wrap up. Your brain is the ultimate producer. See, that what we got going on in here, that in itself is a universe. Okay, so us and ourselves are universe. So what you're producing in here reflects what's going on in here. So you can even, with that thought, you can produce any chemical you want. So if you want to grow wings one day, if you want to grow wings today, you can do it. You're capable of it. You just need to make belief in yourself, or, hey, brain, I want that to create that. Because I'm telling you, if we can produce cancer within ourselves, you know, and I've seen that there's a study that they did, that they found out that some forms of cancer are created by, or some forms of cancer are created by resentment. You know, so you don't want to sit there and hold on to shit, because it's going to sit there and produce a big old, you know, in your life. And you want to let go of certain things that don't please the mind and the body and the soul, because they're all connected. You know, what you want to do is push positivity and push upliftment and push empowerment onto yourself. So whatever it is that you want to achieve, you can achieve. You just tell the mind, hey, dang, I want a car. How am I do that? Yeah? Sit there and contemplate on it. Plot, plan, and produce. I'm out.